Okay, so in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you what the difference between let, var and const is, and also how you end up using them. Also, this will cover the interview question of what the difference between let, var and const is, and we're also going to be doing different examples so that you can understand how the let, var and const works and what the difference between each of them is. So let's get started. So the difference between let, var and const. Okay, so first I need you to know that there are three types of scopes that you need to keep in mind when it comes to let, var and const, and that is the global scope, the function scope, and the block scope. Okay, let's go to this one first, right? What is var? So var is global scoped, and all of these are variables. I want to be clear on that one first, okay? But var is global scoped, and the value of var can be changed. Okay, so let and const are both block scoped, and let, var and const are all function scoped, and I will show you the difference with an example of what these two are, because there is a small difference that you need to keep in mind when it comes to block scoped and function scoped. Okay, so let, the value of let can be changed, but the value of const cannot be changed, because const is short for constant. It has to be constant throughout your whole application running, so the value cannot be changed. So to summarize all of this, var is global scoped, let and const is block scoped, let, var and const, all three of these are function scoped, and the value of let can be changed, the value of var can be changed, but const cannot be changed. Let's move forward to a few examples. Okay, so var. Okay, so as you can see, var value 1 is right here. Okay, value 2, which is inside of our function, is here, which is a variable. Const value 3, and let value 4. Okay, so you can see all three of these, and I'm console logging them here. Okay, but let's say I want to, since var, const, and let is inside of this function, right? So var is global scoped, which means I can access it outside of this, right? You would think that, but you cannot, and I'll show you why. Let me just get this, and let me just paste it. Let me just save this, dock this to the side. So right now you are seeing that there is a reference error, okay, and saying that value 2 is not defined. Now you would think, okay, my value 2 is a var and it's global scoped, meaning it should be accessible outside, but it is not. And I'll show you another example. Okay, as you can see, value 5 is something you can see in your console log, even though it is in this, right? So you would ask, why is this not working? Because this is function, this is a function, right? So this is function scoped, and this is block scoped. Now what is function scoped and block scoped? This is the difference right here. Anything that is defined within our function, within these curly brackets, is known as function scoped, and anything that is defined within curly brackets, if it's like an if statement, a for loop, a while loop, things like that, it will work, it will be accessible. Like for example, if I change this to a for loop and I say let I is equal to 0, 5, Okay, so if you see right now, I've created a for loop. Inside of it is my variable, okay, and I'm able to access this outside of this block, and that is because this is a block, okay. And since variables are global scoped, I can access a variable outside of the block because it's global scoped. But let's just say I ended up putting a let inside of this, right? And I'm just gonna copy this. I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna save this. Oh, I need to duplicate this as well. 6, save this. And as you can see, it's saying that value 6 is not defined because let is block scoped, and right now we are inside of a block. But if I copy this and I put this here and I save this, you can see that value 6 is added here in our console log because I have put my console log inside of the block. I can access a variable inside of my block, but it won't work outside. Here is another thing. Okay, let's say I did this, right? Both of these have the same value, but I'm going to change this to outside, and I'm going to change this one to inside. Okay, I'm going to save this. As you can see, this and this have the same name, but even though the name is the same, this is giving us this, and this is giving us this. And this goes into another thing, that if you have a variable that is block scoped, you can, outside of the block, give your variable the same name and it will not cause a problem. But it is bad practice, so do not do this. Always give your variables different names, okay? And this example that I've shown you using this also applies to const. The only difference with let and const I'm going to show you here. Actually, I'm going to use the above example for this, okay? And right now, as you can see, we have a const and a let. So what you can do, just take this out. So a variable value can change. For example, let's say I have this, right? I'm going to change this one to say, actually, I'm just gonna take this here, and take these two, then here. I'm gonna add this, and I'm gonna save. Okay, and now what you will see is that for our assignment to constant variable, okay, so we have gotten a type error, which is basically this third one, which is saying that a constant cannot be changed. Okay, but let me just remove this one. Let me just comment this out, and let me just save this now. And now you will see here our value 2 and our value 4, which is value 2, which is originally this, can be changed to this because it's a variable, and our value 4, which is originally this, can be changed to something like this because it's a let. So var and let can be changed. Const cannot be changed. And this can be accessed outside, but not in when it comes to a function, because it's function scoped. All three of these are function scoped, so they cannot be accessed outside of this. If I try to access any of these outside, you will see a problem. Actually, I'm gonna comment these out to show you. See, I've tried to access this, this, and this, and I can't because they are function scoped. And I already showed you how we can do block scoped. Okay. So function scoped variables cannot be accessed outside, even if it is a var, but a var can be accessed outside of the curly braces in a block. Remember, this is a block scope. This is a function scope because it's a function. So a var can be accessed outside of a block scope, okay, because it's global scoped. But a let cannot be accessed, and the same goes for const. Okay, so I hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.